Hello, I am here to update you with my Transformation Challenge statistics, and it's going to be kind of an overview over the changes that have happened in my body and on the outside of my body since I started taking the Zepbound, working out with a personal trainer, going to the gym more regularly, doing my own routines, and taking better care of myself in general. So I started all of this in August of 2025. So it's been a year, and we have the physicist and I have both been on the Zepbound for a year. So first of all, basic statistics, I've lost nearly 25 pounds, so about 2 pounds a month, and he has lost almost 40 pounds. So he looks great, and we both feel great. Some of the things that we've noticed about taking the Zepbound, we're both on the same dosage of 10 milligrams. We started at 2.5 for a month, and then we bumped up to 5 milligrams, and then we bumped up to 7.5. We stayed there for several months, and then the dial wasn't moving very much, which is fine. I mean, doesn't have to come off fast, it just has to come off. Then we bumped up to 10 milligrams, and I am staying at 10 milligrams, and I'll tell you more about that later on. So we're both taking this drug at the same time on Monday, so we've noticed that with the 10 milligram dose, for the first 24 to 48 hours, we kind of feel a little ooky, but not bad ooky, just not very hungry, and we don't really know what to eat. So that's kind of a drag, but by the time the weekend rolls around, we're more or less back to normal. We eat less, but we are not wondering why we even have to eat. Like, it's almost like we eat during those first 2 to 3 days just because we know we have to eat, but we don't want to eat. So that's something that the drug is doing to our body and our mind. It's kind of kicking something in that makes us not want to eat. And we have to tell ourselves we have to eat because food is good. It's nourishing our body. We just have to eat the right things. Part of it is a little bit boredom with the high protein thing. We're trying to figure out a way around that. But with upcoming travel, we're not going to worry about it too much because we're just going to enjoy life and not worry about it too much. So the initial dosage is to get your body used to the Zepbound, to see if you have any negative reactions. And I didn't have any, honestly, on the 2.5, nor on the 5. With the 7.5, I had a couple of weird things, but I found out it was the supplements I was taking. It was the magnesium. It gave me really bad cramps. So I stopped taking all supplements and then just slowly started adding them back in. Side note, the first couple of days after I take the needle and do the Zepbound now, I really can't stomach the vitamins. Like I take what I have to, but it's like they gag me or something. So I just don't take them. I just, why feel yucky? I want to feel good. So that's sort of like the skinny on the Zepbound. The other thing is literally the skinny, because we feel great. We've both decided that we don't want to up our dosage. We're happy where we are. And yesterday I met with my doctor, my endocrinologist, who is fantastic. And she said, I think you're good where you are. Your BMI is good. It's 26, and technically 25 is normal and 26 is high. But I'm like, it has dropped nearly 4 percentage points. And it's really a measure of weight, not really truly a measure of my health. So I'm happy with the 26%. She's happy with the 26%. She's like, metabolically, you are in fine shape. We're going to just look at this again in 6 months, and we're not going to change anything. I'm like, I am good with that because I don't want to lose another 10 pounds. I don't think it'll make me look any better. I think it actually might make me look worse because you'll just be skin and bones. I want muscle. I want to build my muscle. I want to get rid of fat in my body. And that is slowly happening. It's not happening as quickly as maybe I would like it to happen, but it is happening. I have got great muscle tone. Ta-da, look at my guns. Ta-da, look at my guns. I have really good muscles. My legs are strong. And overall, I feel like this drug has been like a little miracle to us. Like, we could not have done this on our own. It would have taken, I don't even know if we would have lost 5 pounds doing everything that we're doing, because it's just hard when you get older. So we're both happy. We feel like we're at a good weight, and we're going to stay there. And since my endocrinologist likes that weight, then I'm good with it. Like, I'm a size 12, a large. I feel comfortable at this size. I feel good. I feel like I'm carrying it well. I'm never going to be skinny mini again. That's the modeling days back in my late teens and early 20s. And I have broad shoulders and broad hips. I'm built like an hourglass, so that's not going to change too much. All it's going to do is make me look like skin and bones if I lose too much weight. And I know what that looks like. So I basically feel like I did the right thing for me, and it was a good choice. So if you're wondering whether or not to try it, you can go all the way back to the beginning of my journey. You can find all of my links to this all the way back to August of last year, and you'll see what it's been like for me. I had an injury at the beginning of the year that really threw me off my game. I had a shoulder impingement due to arthritis in my neck that I was unaware that I had, and my personal trainer was great. He had to work around that, and we did. He babied me a little, but I still managed to get a good workout in. But it threw me off my game for, I want to say, a couple of months. It really was hard I couldn't lift my arm. At one point, I couldn't even bend to grab anything. So that part of the journey was a bit of a bumpy start, but we got through it, and I've lost the weight and I feel great. So here we are. The other thing I want to talk to you about is some of the numbers that I had at the beginning of the analysis. When I first started this journey in August 14th, a year ago, my body weight was 184 pounds and my body fat mass was 79.7 and my BMI was 29.7. So essentially 30%. So I had a lot of weight to lose, a lot of body fat to lose, and I needed to build lean muscle. Since then, I have got this fancy little measuring scale that I sit on only once a week because I don't want to drive myself crazy. My weight is now like anywhere from 159 to 162. Just depends on what I ate the day before, the amount of water that's in my body or not. And I feel like it's stable, like it's not going down really fast and it's not going up. It's just right where it needs to be. So my body fat mass is down to 59, and I think I said it was at 79. So I've lost 20% body fat. That's awesome, right? My bone mass, 6.8. At any rate, it's gone up. I definitely have more muscle than fat because I replaced the fat weight with muscle weight. So that's good. I have, now this scale wants me to drop down to 133 as an optimal weight. And my endocrinologist had a good little chuckle over that. Like, that ain't happening. My visceral fat is 11, whatever the heck that means. So basically, yeah, I'm a little overweight according to the scale, but I'm not going to drop down to in my 130s. Last time I saw the 130s, I was 30. So forget about it. The other thing that's really good is my thyroid. It was kind of giving me trouble. I had a couple of times when I went in to do my thyroid check, it was going up. It was going above the normal range. But this time, perfect in the middle, perfect thyroid score. So that is not why I am so tired. I'm probably really tired because I'm not sleeping well. And there's a lot of reasons for that. I've never been a good sleeper. I've got a lot on my mind, good things, bad things, middle of the road things. I have a lot going on mentally. And so sometimes when I wake up in the middle of the night, it's hard to go back to sleep again. So insomnia has sort of been my cousin for a very long time. I just don't like feeling tired. We also have been having extremely hot weather. Like yesterday, I was driving home from the endocrinologist and it was 109 degrees on my dashboard of my vehicle, which just goes to show that's 109 degrees, not including what it really feels like. Being in that heat, even if you're inside and escaping it, it's just tiring. It's just, you can't function in it. It's like you're constantly dealing with hot. But, it is what it is. So the other thing that I wanted to share with you was some of the external things that I've done. Of course, cut my hair in August. I love my new haircut. I'm so happy. I let my blonde go away. I am now a light brown with a little bit of silver. And what's coming into my head that's replacing the hair that I lost on the Zepbound. I did have some hair shedding. It's silvery white. I don't mind it. We'll see how it fills in later. So I've got like these little tiny little hairs coming in. So my hairdresser told me about this gel. It looks like a mascara one and you can just kind of press it down. It's like, I guess dance moms use it. I never had that when I was a dance mom for my daughter. Then the other thing I did was I changed my eyes. I had my eye surgery done in December. And I'll show you, hopefully you'll see it. So this is what it was before. And my right eyelid was like literally my eyelashes were going into my eye. This was it after. No makeup because, well, no makeup. So that I still had a little bit of bruising. I'm very glad I did that. That has helped my vision tremendously. So I recommend it if insurance will cover it for you, the upper eyelid surgery. It's just a week of a lot of bruising and no exercising, but then after that, if you have a really good surgeon, you're going to be happy that you did it. So if you have any questions about that, just email me at christinegloverauthor@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to share my journey with you. So I'm really, really glad I did that. The other thing that's been really nice about this overall journey is that I've been going on it with someone. I've had my partner, my life partner of like 41 years now, hard to believe. And we've been doing this journey together. So that makes life much easier because we're even doing the shots on the same day. So we can talk to each other about the symptoms. We can talk to each other about the side effects. We can talk to each other about, we're in that 24 to 48 hour period where we're like meh on food, trying to figure out what to eat. So that's sort of been, it's nice to share a journey with someone, especially if it's your husband or your partner or whatever, because it makes it easier if you're not doing these things alone. So if you're on a journey trying to improve your health and fitness levels, if you can find someone to share that journey with you, that's all the better. The other thing that I shared with you a while ago is the inches that I've lost. And I haven't measured this since the beginning of January, but my stomach went down in that time period. It went from 46 inches around to 39. And my waist is much smaller. I feel like everything is the right size now. I feel like I'm fitter this time. I've lost this kind of weight before, but it didn't hang the same way. It was like more loose. I feel like by doing the weight room and by doing the weight training, which I highly recommend, that I have been able to tone and strengthen all of those core areas and give them better definition. They're never going to look like they did when I was in my 20s, but they look pretty good for a girl in her 60s. I'm okay with it. So overall, I think it's gone really well, and I'm glad that I made this decision. The physicist has lost nearly 40 pounds. I've lost about 24, 25 pounds. And we're both happy where we are. We don't want to try to lose any more weight. We want to enjoy life. I'd like to figure out how to get through the first few days of the yicky feelings. We're going to be bringing our Zepbound with us on our journey to overseas, and we have to keep it cold. So that'll be interesting. We have a special little container for it that you can put like a freezer pack in. So we've got all that arranged, and we will take it, but I'm glad we're taking it on a Monday. We fly out on a Tuesday, and we don't get to our really big fun destination until the following Thursday. So lots of eating coming up, and that's good because we'll be through the worst icky parts of the Zepbound journey, where for us anyway, 24 to 48 hours is, it's not, I'm not going to lie. I don't like the way I feel. I don't like walking around going, I don't even know if I want to eat, I have to eat. That's the only part I don't like about it. But overall, the transformation challenge has been great. I'm going to see if I can stand up and show you. Ding, 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 ding. See, this is a size 12. I could probably go into a 10, but it'd be super tight. And this shirt was tight on me before, and now it's loose. I've had to give away some dresses because I got too big. Like they were too big and loose on me. That's okay. It's nice to have a reason to buy new clothes. But a lot of the clothes that I have, because they're dresses, they're still very wearable because I just belt them, and I still have the same shoulders. So the girls. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that my sharing my journey and the physicist journey with you has given you some motivation to check into these things yourself. There's so many ways that we can improve our lives, and that's one of them is by regaining our health and fitness. And we also really feel like going to the gym is very important because it's social, and just the act of going there, and some days it's harder than others. That's also just a really smart thing for us to do as we get older, building that muscle, getting ourselves fit, and also doing classes that promote strength, stability, mobility. That's all very important. It may not look that, fabulous and crazy fun as some of the really high intensity classes, but they do the same thing and they actually are good for our joints, which I love. I'm also investigating some other stuff for future me after we come back from our trip. So I'll tell you more about that later. And I've continued the life makeover journey with my dear friend in the Netherlands. We're picking up the book again this week. We'll be talking about the week's chapter next weekend, and I can't wait to continue that journey with her. I'm glad we did it. That's part of also being strong emotionally and spiritually, and having that connection with friends is so important, especially in this day and age, that I feel like I've done all the things I can to have a rich, full, happy life. And we've been building and building upon that since we moved here. And I think that if you are stuck in a rut, go to a gym, find a trainer, go for a walk, find a walking group. I found a place that has like walking groups that I might plug into after I get back from my trip. So very excited about that. That's one of the biggest activities I have missed pretty much since moving to the South again. I had a really awesome walking partner when I was in Virginia, and I miss her. And we talk about that all the time. Like, it's just not the same without our little buddies. So I'm hoping to find some people to walk with that will, at least when it's cooler, because I'm not doing it at 109 degrees. You can forget that little story. And the other thing that I'm doing is I'm just taking time for me. I'm really pursuing my interests, continuing the writing, doing the new projects. And I think if you have something that you do that you love, a hobby, a project, whatever it is, volunteering, then that just enriches your life, regardless of what your age is and regardless of what your weight is. So I hope you have a great day and a great week, and I'll be back at you later. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to hear from me again. And if you don't want to subscribe, that's okay too, because I'm just really kind of doing this for me. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Ciao.